Hello, we are Izaskun, Elorza, Amanda Ellenberg, Susana Marrón-González, Vasilica, Mocanu, and Agata Zelachowska from the Linguistic Descriptions of English Research Group, the Department of English Philology at the University of Salamanca, and we welcome you to our presentation of Affordances of Descriptive Linguistics for Gender Awareness Raising in the Service Teacher Training. First, we introduce our innovation project, in which our current research is framed. It applies descriptive linguistics to raise awareness about gender equality or inequality of teacher trainers, teacher trainees, and English philology undergraduates at the University of Salamanca, although we are considering further applicability in other contexts. To this end, we adapt previous research on multimodal analysis description to non-linguists in order to provide a tool for raising awareness of gender equality or inequality in multimodal artifacts. These are texts where two or more modes of communication are combined. Mainly, we will focus on children's picture books and advertising campaigns, so we will see how visual and verbal modes are intertwined and how gender stereotypes and roles are represented. For a better understanding of the aims of our project, we'll provide an overview of the approach we take. On the one hand, applying descriptive linguistics helps us to understand how we, as humans, use language to communicate in meaningful ways. On the other hand, we go beyond the verbal mode of communication to emphasize the relevance of other semiotic resources. And in particular, we're interested in exploring the affordances of multimodal artifacts for gender awareness raising, which are twofold: gender as a social construct and the multimodal construction of gender in texts. So our aim is to contribute to the integration of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal number 5, which concentrates on gender equality, and we include this in higher education programs. Regarding the theoretical framework, we draw upon systemic functional grammar by Halliday and the metafunctions of language, Crescent van Leeuwen's visual social semiotics, and its adaptation to the analysis of children's picture books by Painter, Martin, and Answorth's work on reading visual narratives. Finally, its application to educational contexts finds its ground on the pedagogy of multiliteracies, first claimed by the New London Group in 1996. So now moving on to the methodology we adopted, this project is divided in 4 clear phases that take place between the years 2021 and 2022. The first step was compiling and analyzing multimodal artifacts. And secondly, we describe systematically the selection of the multimodal artifacts by means of visual social grammar. The next step will be adapting visual and verbal grammar networks for training non-linguists in the analysis of multimodal artifacts. And finally, we will implement this in the classroom. Our purpose is to help pre-service teachers engage in multimodal literacy practices to deconstruct gender-biased messages in texts. Students involved in this project will be teacher trainees that taking the English B1 module of the degrees in pre-primary and primary education at the faculties of education, and third year undergraduates taking the English 5 module of the degree in English studies at the faculty of philology. Both types of participants are prospective teachers that need to meet future learner needs and help them build a positive self-perception. Finally, how will our project be evaluated? We carry out a pre-post research design with the use of a Likert scale questionnaire, but also the collection of students' written descriptions. For this reason, we will analyze the degree of awareness of gender representation in multimodal artifacts, and at the same time, we will evaluate the project and its applicability, and we may triangulate data for further results. Here we included the references we have used. And this brings us to the end of our presentation. We'd like to thank you for your attention.